1, 2, 3.
From 0 to 10, how difficult is dentistry?
I'd say around 9,851. 10,000. 10 and higher.
Guys, I'll be honest with you. Wala na sa numbers yung hirap ng dentistry. As in, grabe na.
Dentistry is really, really, really difficult.
It's easy.
Joke lang. Dentistry is very difficult because it doesn't just require memorization or knowledge. You also have to be good with your hands.
Every day may quiz ka, tapos iba-iba pang subjects, tapos minsan yung isang subject, like more than 100 slides pa yung aaralin mo.
Hindi lang siya about theoretical. Kailangan may skills ka din sa dentistry. Kailangan lahat yung mapagsama mo.
What made you decide to become a dentist?
From when I was young, I'd usually look forward. I know it's weird, but I used to look forward going to the dentist.
I was never really sure of what I wanted, but I always thought na masaya and cool maging dentist.
I took dentistry because of the influence of my dentist.
Growing up, I'd always see my parents, care for their patients, and their patients would always come back to them and say, I'm all good now thanks to you. As a kid, I found that really inspirational. I loved sitting on that reclined chair and looking at all the tools next to my chair that the dentist would use. It just looked so fun and cool to me.
Sabi niya sa akin, madali lang daw ang dentistry kasi 6 years lang yun. Nung bumalik ako sa kanya, tapos sabi niya sa akin,
kamusta yung dentistry?
tapos tumawa siya.
Akala mo madali, di ba? Hindi porket 6 years lang ang dentistry, madali na siya.
My dentist at the time, he was really good at what he was doing, and nainggit ako, parang I wanted that then. All I needed was a little push.
What is your most memorable dental school experience?
When we first handled patients,
When we visited a construction site, people would be crying when their partners were taking impressions.
When I was banned in the clinic for 1 week,
isang group, 4 kami, and isang pasyente. Nakatingin yung patient mo sa'yo kung anong ginagawa mo. So you have to be like good at what you're doing. Kasi nga, makikita niya kung maayos mo yung gawa mo para sa kanya. And nakakaawa din kasi 4 kaming nagsusukat sa kanya. Worth it in the end, but super stressful.
We were able to create like an entire presentation, educate the construction workers that were there at that time. Demo also on how to properly brush your teeth. And I'd say that it was very fulfilling. When we were in first year proper, me and my batchmates had to take impressions of each other for the first time. And looking around the room, I'd see everyone like with agilate on their head, sa hair. Every time I think of that memory, I laugh to myself. The construction workers really approached us after our presentation. Oh, the toothbrush that we're supposed to be using is not the one that's rigid or stiff, that it's supposed to be the soft bristled one, and that when you brush, you're not supposed to see bleeding.
sobrang hirap niya kasi for 1 week, lahat ng kaklasmate mo gumagawa ng cases. Then ikaw, wala, nakatunga ka lang. And I know it's my fault din kasi because I forgot to log in the office. Realization is make sure na i-follow mo yung rules kasi in the clinic, yung license ng professor, yung nakasalalay kasi estudyante ka pa lang.
Is it possible to balance dentistry and love life?
I don't know, it's complicated.
Super.
Again, it's hard to balance. I mean, I wouldn't know personally, but I imagine it would be a bit challenging.
Based on my experience sa mga kaklasmates ko, sobrang complicated. As a friend of mine, CK,
It really depends on people. Kaya-kaya nyo yan. Choose a person na super mature na would always understand you.
Coming from my perspective, I'm already having a hard time balancing them. It's possible, but it's hard to balance the dentistry school and your love life because dentistry calls for a lot of your time and your focus and just your energy is all poured into dentistry.
Kasi sa nakikita ko, lagi silang nag-aaway. Sobrang busy mo sa dent. Tapos imaginein mo, nag-aaway pa kayo ng jowa mo. Tapos pagsamahin mo yun.
Baka hindi ka na maging dentist.
You and your significant other should understand that you have other priorities to do.
Pero kapag inaaway ka, porque sobrang tagal mo mag-reply, my gosh, leave that girl. It's not worth it.
Kamusta naman love life mo?
It needs improvement. So if you are willing to help, you can drop me a DM at
Do you have any regrets in dental school?
No regrets. No regrets. Oh, wait, meron pala. I wouldn't say regrets, but I'd say it was a learning experience. I would compare myself to my classmates and how they'd be good at this thing and other thing.
I have no regrets. But most of the time, tinatanong ko sarili ko, bakit ko ba ginagawa ito sa sarili ko?
I hope nag-join ako nung first year ako sa varsity team para mas na-enjoy ko yung sports.
Not studying earlier. Do not procrastinate. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, guys.
I-remind ko din sa sarili ko na my friends are here to support me naman. This is gonna be worth it. So, just believe in God lang.
I found that everyone has their own pacing. So once I embrace that, I come to accept it and learn to work with it.
Though hindi ako nakasali nung first year nung varsity ako, at least na-achieve ko nung first year ako na naging dean's lister ako.
Is there a specific field in dentistry you'd want to pursue?
I would want to pursue in orthodontics.
I would like to become an oral maxillofacial surgeon.
I like oral surgery because I always watch those videos on YouTube. It's so satisfying to see someone remove like a tumor or like a impacted tooth.
Yung nag-inspire sa akin na dentist is also an orthodontist. Usually, mga teens naman yung nagpapabraces, so they're like easier to handle.
Na-inspired din ako sa professor ko, which is Dr. Manalaysay, na sobrang knowledgeable. Kahit anong itanong mo sa kanya, I swear masasagot niya. And super bait niya.
I'm actually thinking of going into aesthetics or oral surgery. But, I'm not closing my doors to anything. I'm open. So maybe I'll experience something in the future.
Do you have any tips to your freshman self?
Enjoy your life as a pre-dentistry student. Join the varsity team, join organization. So mas magandang na kapag invest ka na ng time mo with your friends, family, nung first year ka pa.
Don't compare yourself to others and just embrace your learning style and just learn to adapt to it.
Cherish your friendship with your friends, batchmates, your professors. Never give up, even if you fail a subject. Pray lang, believe in God's plan.
Not dwell on the mistakes, rather to learn from it and use it as something to fuel your drive to accomplish something greater in the future. We gotta get that bread! Oh, by the way, we're selling. Buy Hannah.